Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I realized that I forgot to film an intro, so I'm doing it now. That's why I'm wearing a different outfit, different makeup. I did a holiday makeup look last year and I decided I wanted to make this an annual thing. So this is my holiday makeup tutorial for this year. This is very long, very in-depth. This is perfect if you actually want to follow along step by step, or if you just want something playing in the background while you're doing something. I am a very chatty person, so this would be a great video to watch. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, I realize I look kind of sort of funny because I only have one eye done, but I wanted to do one eye to kind of figure out where we're gonna go before I start doing this tutorial. Also, I was really afraid that the lighting wasn't gonna be good because it's snowing outside, but actually, because it's snowing outside, it's so bright and white, so I actually think the lighting is pretty good. Okay, I'm looking crazy, so let's get into this. So I know that a green might not be for everyone, and that it's totally fine. The base steps are going to be really simple, that you can easily switch it for gold. I decided I wanted to do a little bit of an olive green because I think it's still very festive, but not gold, because like I feel like everyone does gold. And also my tutorial last year was gold. Anyways, I'm using the Violet Voss Olive You. This pun always trips me up. Olive You Forever palette, what she looks like. So as you can see, I could easily, if you want to use this like palette, if you just happen to have it, you can easily use this gold shade all over the lid, but I decided to use this olive tone. I could have used this green, but I find that the olive tone just looks a little better on me and my skin tone, but I think the green is still very festive. So anyways, let's get into it. This eyeshadow look is so easy. I only use 3 brushes. So first, going in with a very big fluffy brush, I'm going to mix in between these 2 shades. And the nice thing is that it almost has like a little bit of a purple undertone, so it makes it a little bit more, I wouldn't say neutral, but not as like warm and stuff. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna try really hard not to block my eye with the mirror and stuff. So I'm going to be going into the crease with this, keeping up really high, and we're just going all over the crease. Also, just so you know, when you blink, you can see, because I have hooded eyes, I do a funky eyeliner. When my eye is open, it looks like a great wing, but because I have a hooded eye, it is kind of like funky design. If you want to learn more about that, maybe I can do like an eyeliner tutorial. Okay, anyways, I'm just building this shade up into the crease, and when I don't have a lot left, I then flick it out and also go down and connect. I'm not doing necessarily like a complete V. I'm keeping this inner part pretty light just because the eyeliner is going there anyways. Tapping back in, getting some more color, and I'm also bringing it in pretty far in. We're not doing a full cut crease because I feel like a cut crease is pretty dramatic, and I wanted something a little bit more softer and smokier. And when I don't have a lot, I also kind of wing it out like this because I'm trying to create like a zoop, zoop. So descriptively, like an S almost doing like an S shape. Trying to get a little bit of that flick out because it will meet with the eyeliner. I also lift my eyebrows and also make sure I blend it a bit with my eyebrows relaxed because I don't go around with my eyebrows raised all the time. So I want to make sure that I can still see some of this eyeshadow when I'm relaxed as well, because I have a habit of doing that, of like I'll blend like this and then I like relax my eye and there's no eyeshadow. Okay, now we're gonna go in with a smaller brush. You can see the difference here. It's still pretty fluffy, but just a little smaller. I'm gonna go in with this brown here. This is the shade Endless Desire, and obviously if you don't have these palette guys, you can just use just like a lighter brown shade. And now we're going a step down, and now we're going more into the crease. If you're unsure where your crease is, basically where your eyelid crease is. For me, I have a very creasy eyelid, so it's pretty obvious where it is. And we're just building it up along the crease, keeping the most of the shadow in the middle to the outside, but bring a little bit in. And then when I don't have as much shadow, I do that flick out and a little bit down as well. Now we're gonna go back to the other brush and blend it so it's seamless. And we're just gonna do that again, building up the color, focusing most of the color in the middle to outside, bringing a little bit inside. Okay, and now we're gonna go one step deeper, and we're gonna go in with this darker brown, which is the shade Charmed, with the same small brush. And this one I'm keeping it mainly more on the outside, so like the outer third, but still bringing it a little bit in. Same thing, we're going in with our bigger blending brush with no product on it, just to bring everything together seamlessly. And one more time with that deeper brown. You guys might not necessarily wear this to your Christmas holiday parties or holiday parties. This could also be great for New Year's as well. My family does pretty chill holidays, so probably would never wear this to one of our holiday parties. Okay, great. This is kind of the shape that we have going on right now before we put the shadow. So now I'm going to take a flat shader brush, just like so, and I'm going to go in with the shade Olive Me. But if you didn't want to use green, you can do the exact same stuff just with a gold shade. Gold would look really good with this eyeshadow. I mean, technically you could do this with like any colors. Like you could do this with more like purples or mauves and then use like a purple shade. Like the technique is still the same. Okay, now I'm kind of doing like a half circle, putting this shade all over the lid. I find this shade applies best with my finger, but I'm using a brush to make sure that I can put it exactly where I want it. So I'm gonna first go in with a brush, then with my finger, especially for this like inner part of the eye where I can't really get my finger. Also, what I do is I use the flat part to put it on my eye, and then I lift it so that way it's like pointy like this to kind of help blend around. See how I'm not, instead of going flat, I'm pushing it up. That kind of helps blend, so it's a little bit more seamless. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my finger. I'm putting, I mean you can't push, but putting it mainly in the center. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly put on my eyeliner, and I'm gonna show you that I clean it up. So let me grab my eyeliner. Okay, I need to turn around and do my eyeliner because I need something to prop up my elbow. Pro tip, I find it much more helpful to be able to have something to anchor my arm when I do my eyeliner. So give me 1 second. Okay, I always struggle to see if my eyeliner is even or not. To be fair, I'm gonna put on a big lash, so you won't be able to see that much. But what I do now is I take a makeup wipe, and we're gonna clean it up because you can see this side is nice and sharp, this side isn't. So I always just put a makeup wipe around my nail, so my nail is sharp, and then I just drag it out just like so. Kind of helps fix your eyeliner too. And then also while I'm here with my makeup wipe, I'm also just gonna quickly wipe underneath my eyes. You can't really see it on camera, but there is just a little bit of sparkle fallout. That's why it's nice to do your eye makeup first. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put on lashes and then we'll be back to do the rest of the face. Okay, I'm back. Lashes are on. These are Cash Beauty lashes. I'll link which ones they are down below. I also use this Dragon liner. I don't know what the actual brand name is, but it's Dragon liner. And I just used a little bit of the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara because I forgot to put on mascara before I put on my lashes. But we're gonna come back to the eyes after we do the face. So we're going for a very dewy, glossy look. So we're gonna go in with my Touch in Sol Glassy primer. I use this so much in the summer, and then I kind of got it in the back of my makeup drawer, and then I saw it the other day and I was like, ooh, let me bring this bad boy out, because it really does give the most glassy skin ever. So we're just gonna rub that all over the face. And trust me, my face always gets red when I apply primer, but it is fine. And now that we're doing the face, we can chat a little bit more. Oh, wait, let me get my palette. Guys, this little palette thing, it is dirty. Sorry, that's a little gross, but it has become like a lifesaver. I do not know I did my makeup without this. Well, I did. I would use the back of my hand and then I would either forget to wash it and then I'd get makeup all over the place, or I'd have to wash it and stuff. But yeah, having this little makeup palette, game changer. Yes, I cannot believe it is almost holiday season. Yesterday I was planning out my content for December. Okay, let me pause. We're gonna move on to foundation. I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I feel like a satin foundation is really good for a holiday party because it's like a little bit glowy and dewy, but also it's a little bit more long lasting, and this is medium coverage, so it's gonna help cover. I got a mountain growing on the side of my face. This chin jawline area, that's like where everything grows. So I'm gonna pump it onto my handy dandy makeup palette. Yeah, very excited for the holiday season. I'll give you guys the Vlogmas update because, you know, this is not a Vlogmas video. I'm not doing a Vlogmas this year. I have decided, so for many reasons. First, I'm blending this in with a beauty sponge. First being that obviously I did Vlogtober, and that while it was great, it was a little difficult. You know, I was quite busy because I was seeing lots of friends and stuff, so I didn't necessarily have time to edit. And I know Vlogmas is gonna, I know December is gonna be even busier, just both like work-wise and also my own personal life, and I like to take off some time as well at the holidays, so that's one reason. Also, I found that it was hard. Okay, wait, I need to do my forehead. Do it using my phone. I also find it hard too because some days I would be really great at filming, but then other days I was super busy and like it just didn't make sense. Like I had no footage to vlog. So, but I still wanted to do some vlogs. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more. Yes, I still wanted to film some stuff. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be doing 2 holiday vlogs, and I'm gonna be putting all of the snippets that I have here and there in those 2 holiday vlogs. So next week is gonna be the first holiday vlog, and then Boxing Day is gonna be the second holiday vlog. The other reason why I did want to do weekly vlogs as well is because I wanted to be able to post other content as well. Okay, we're gonna go in with concealer. I'm using 2 concealers. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. So first, this little trick that I learned online I've been really liking is that you take your concealer, if you're spot concealing on your face. So for example, I'm gonna get this mountain and just these other 2 acne scars. What you do is that you want to let that dry. So I'm going to put it on now. I'm going to do the concealer underneath my eyes and a couple of other things, and then we're going to go back once it's dried down and then blend it down, and then it lasts way longer because, you know, if you're going to a holiday party, you kind of want it to be there for a couple of hours. By the way, this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It is too light, sorry, it's too dark for under my eyes, so it is the perfect face concealer shade. And then for underneath my eyes, my tried and true NARS. So what was I saying? Yes, I still want to film other, I've got hair in my nose, some other content on my channel, like not just vlogs. For example, I wanted to film this holiday makeup tutorial, and I also want to do my 2021 makeup favorite or beauty favorites. It won't just be makeup, and also my favorite books of the year as well. So those are kind of some of the content that you can look forward to this holiday season. I've kind of been liking doing my highlight first. I know it's kind of, what did I get in my hair? Is that concealer? I've been liking doing highlight first, which I know is like really weird. I think it's because I got in the habit that like I've been using almost exclusively cream highlight, even when I'm using powder, bronzer, and blush. So I put on my cream first. So I think that's why I got into that, but if it's which by the way, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Yep, I really like it because it is like a skin color, so I find that it's very neutral, but I mean, as you can see, that glassy primer gave us lots of shine already. And we're gonna put a little bit above the temple. I'm gonna be going into this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer just because I really like the shade of it and that it dries down matte, because I find it's a little longer lasting. I know it might be holiday time, winter, but I still like to be super bronzed. So I take it along my cheekbones, blending up. I also find that the nice thing about doing the highlight first is it kind of gets toned down a little bit, so it's not as intense. And then what's ever left on my brush, I kind of do just right here. I'm careful about bringing it too far in because, you know, I got a nice, beautiful double chin. You don't want to see it. Looks kind of weird if it's orange, but I do kind of just here, just to make sure everything is blended. And just a little bit left on my brush. I go here. So as you can see the difference, defined, carved out, flat. I like to buff in circular motions, starting further back and then bringing it in. And I always put a lot on my forehead because I got a big forehead. And we're gonna go a little bit on the nose, down the sides. I don't really do an intense contour because I like my nose, so just to bring some definition. And then I go just a little bit on the cheeks here just to blend it all out. Now I'm gonna blend out this bad boy. I'm mainly blending out the outside periphery. Sorry, this is an awkward spot, so I can't really explain while I do it. I'm gonna pull my face over, but I blend mainly the periphery, not actually where the pimple is, just to make it a little bit more seamless. There we go. Obviously you can't do much about the dimension, but at least it's not red. Okay, now for blush, I want to play into the like reddy warm tones on my eyes with my blush. So this is my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Love. And I'm going to put this on my palette just because this blush is very pigmented. So I find it's easier to work from my palette than from the face. Like most of the time, most blushes will go straight to the face except for this one just because it's so pigmented. So I really work it into my brush. Before going onto the face, I smile because as you can tell, I have very nice round cheeks. So I actually like to highlight that, you know, might as well work with my face features than against it. I know the trend is kind of to put it a little bit more back, but just based on my face shape, it makes the most sense to put it here. So that's something to just keep in mind, that obviously there's like trends and stuff, but you also need to do what works well for your face. So I naturally just get very red in my cheeks, so that's why I put the blush. So start there, going around in a circle before pulling it further back, just like so. And I'll take my bronzer brush and just help blend it in just a little bit too. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit more. Once again, really working into my brush before going onto my cheeks. Just like so. And now I'm gonna take a little bit on the bridge of my nose and a little bit kind of sweeping like this. Just so that way this area doesn't have nothing, because I find that's a little weird. I'm also just gonna put just a little bit above the eyebrow as well. I've got like no product left on my brush. There we go. Very nice and flushed for the holiday party. Now I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just dab underneath the eyes again, just to get rid of any creasing before we set it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite powders. When in doubt, I always reach for this one. This is Maybelline Fit Me powder. As you can see, I've had pan. I've gone through so many of these. Not only did I like this powder for setting my face, this is also amazing for touch-ups, especially because it comes with a little sponge. I don't normally use this sponge, but if I'm like need to touch up, I like bringing this because I know that I can at least use that sponge. So I will just throw this in my purse with me. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use my beauty sponge, the same damp one. Put some powder. As you can see, it's a lot, but don't worry, don't be concerned. And I'm gonna start a little bit lower down because this is the part that really gets oily for me. So put the most amount of product there, and then I work my way up to do my under eyes. And I move over just a little bit to get here as well, but try not go too far down as to not get the highlight. And then I come down and move along my smile lines. Just like so. You can see the difference. This side is a little bit more oily, and you can see a little bit more of my texture. This side is smoother and not, but I still have that dewy going on the periphery. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I know some people love very dewy skin, and that is great for them. But guess what? I'm so oily that probably in like 2 hours I will be looking dewy and oily. So I gotta prevent that a little bit. So same thing, load up the beauty sponge, start right around the nose, bring it up underneath the eyes, all the way over, all the way down around the smile lines. Just like so. And the reason why I like doing this with a sponge is because I find that it helps kind of blend, make everything seamless, and then it also like really gets a lot of powder. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit, get where I put the concealer down here to make sure that doesn't move. Get my chin, because my chin gets really oily. Gets just a little bit on my nose and in between my brows right here. This is where I get really oily too. Just like so. And now we're going to take a big fluffy brush and just lightly dab, tap off. And now we're just going to lightly set the rest of the face. That way the creams don't move. And like I said, guys, it might look really matte now, but trust me, even by the time I'm done doing my makeup, my oils are going to start coming through. Okay, brow time. We're going to keep things super simple. I'm going to go in, this is my NYX Precision Brow. Brush it up. I like doing my brows now. I know this is like a little late for like most people, but I like doing it now because I've done, oh actually I'm going to set my face first. I'm going to use my Benefit Super Setter. I got this in my Sephora haul. I will link that up for you guys if you want to check it out. And I've also figured out that I'm used to doing little sprays, which is why I found it was really annoying to get a lot of product, but I gotta do a long spray, just like so. That is the best way I find to use this. So this is what the base looks like. We got some natural glow, but everything is looking smooth and flawless. Eyebrows, I'm just gonna quickly fill them in. And always make sure to brush them out. Okay, and I'm gonna use just a little bit of brow gel to make sure that my brows stay in place all day. Even though realistically, I'm about to wash this off once I'm done and eat lunch. And it's good sometimes, once I set in my brows, I realize I missed a spot, aka here where I have my scar. So I'm just gonna go in with just a little bit more. Now we're gonna quickly do the under eyes. I'm gonna go in with a teeny tiny brush and do our 2 shades that we did in the crease, keeping it just on the outside. And with not a lot left on the brush, bringing it further in. Then with a really pencil brush, I'm gonna go into the 2 deeper shades together and put that right on the lash line, just on the outside. Now, depending on how intense you want this look to be, if you want it to be really smoky, then I would go in with a black liner. I want to keep it a little bit more light, so I'm gonna go in with a nude. And I'm gonna go in with the brush that I used to do the lid. I'm gonna go in with this shade to highlight the inner corners area. And I'm also just bringing it in just a little bit here too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the other side, which is nice and fluffy, slightly dab and put that on the brow bone. Okay, and to finish up, we're going to do the lips. So you could go in with a nice red if you want to be really bold. I'm going to leave the eyes be bold, and I'm going to go in with a nude. Just let me clean up the lips a little bit with a makeup wipe. Okay, I'm going to be using this Cash Beauty lip liner. This is Rose Nude, and even though it's Rose Nude, I find that it leans a little bit more warm orange. There we go. And we're gonna add a little bit of a lip gloss. This is the iconic London lip gloss, lip plumping gloss in Nearly Nude. I like how it's more of like a warm nude. Okay, let me put on some jewelry and then I'll show you the final look. Okay guys, here is the final makeup look. We've got this olive look on the eyes, which I think is such a nice way to bring in a festive color like green without being like, I'm wearing green. And then we've got this like nice warm dewy skin. As you can see, my natural oils are already coming out, so I don't look as powdery. I just look natural and glowy and healthy. We got this nice nude lip, and yeah, we got the hair done, we got the jewelry on, and just pretend that right now I'm wearing like a really cute skirt when in reality I'm actually wearing sweatpants. I hope you guys enjoyed this festive makeup tutorial. I think this is great for any holiday parties. I would definitely rock this at New Year's Eve, I think, as well. I think it's just so great. I love warm tones like all of the time. And yeah, I think this is also a little different than your classic like gold makeup that a lot of people wear at the holidays or doing like a silver. But it is still very fun and sparkly and festive. So yeah guys, please let me know in the comments what fun holiday plans you guys have. I have so much exciting stuff planned with my friends and my family, and I'm also just excited just to have some time off to relax as well. Please like this video if you want to see more makeup related content from me, and especially let me know down in the comments, do you like doing tutorials? I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a really long time, I think, but it was really nice just to sit down and play with some makeup. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any content, especially like I said, I told you like my schedule and plan, so if you want to see any of those videos, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And also check out my blog too. You can also follow my blog and get notified and stuff when I post. Yeah guys, that is it for today's video, and I'll see you in another one super soon. Bye!